I want to talk about an approach to design. I want to say the approach to design, the only approach to design. But there are enough people who don't believe this that I can't really say that, even though I know it to be true in my heart. This is a true fact. Okay, gaming will progress at a rate that's tied to our awareness and exploitation of what makes us different from other media, right? And when we figure out how best to exploit what makes us different from other media, that's when we start being special, okay? So the key is what makes us unique. The road to critical success, the road to commercial success, the road to cultural impact, the road to everywhere starts and ends there. So let me be clear. I mean, I was just asking me how does a film guy fit into the game world, and you should ask that question again so we can talk about that after I get done here. But there are clearly similarities between film, some aspects of film, and some aspects of games. There is clearly crossover from other media, and it's okay to borrow elements from other media, but we will never reach our true potential, and we'll never be anything more than the bastard stepchild of Hollywood until we embrace this, what makes us unique. Okay? So what does make us unique? There are a handful of things. These 3/4 are kind of the keys for me, and they lead to something else that I may talk about. I mean, okay. Anyway, I'll get to this. Sorry, now I'm officially straying from my notes and stuff. But, we can take players and send them places they could never go. All right. It's not Luke Skywalker. It's not us watching Luke Skywalker decide whether to embrace the dark side in Knights of the Old Republic. It's each of us. We are making that decision. Okay. We can transport you to the Star Wars universe. In Half-Life, each of us becomes Gordon Freeman. And I can tell you, I have personally saved the world of Hyrule many times over the years. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have Google, use it. We send players places they couldn't go any other way, right? And we can immerse them in those worlds. We can almost convince them they're really there when we're really on, you know. And it's 4 in the morning. And especially on a PC, just to betray that bias too, when your nose is 6 inches from your monitor and your view is filled with, you know, I don't know, the Citadel station in System Shock, or, you know, in BioShock, you are in that underwater city. Holy cow! You know, we are at our best when we remove obstacles to belief. Okay, and so if you ever actually do get the chance to make a game, remove obstacles to belief that you are there, right? And you are well on your way. And this last one, we are the only medium in the history of mankind ever, anywhere, period, that demands participation and that can respond to what we do when we participate. All right? I mean, those are critical things. You know, I mean, if you're watching a TV show and you get up, pretend you don't have TiVo or something, right? You know, you get up to go get a drink, you can pretty well be assured that the action is going to unfold pretty much without you, you know. And if you're watching a movie and you have to go up to get some popcorn or something, you know, it's going to keep going. The words on a page don't change their order if you put a book down. If you stop playing a game, the game stops. Okay, that is the critical difference. And you add all those together, and what we can do is we can generate player-driven experiences, and we can share authorship. And these are new concepts. I mean, I know, you know, well, I'll come back to that too. We offer players systems that they can exploit however they want. Not how I want them to, but how they want. When we're at our best, we can even create systems that allow them to set in motion events that we as developers don't control, can't anticipate, and didn't plan for. That's when things get really interesting. Holy cow. That's when games become sort of like constrained life and let players test behaviors that we don't want them testing in the real world, frankly, and find out something about themselves as they play. In other words, we're the first medium that's two-way, okay? And for me, speaking personally and speaking as a developer, the best moments in games are the ones that belong to the players and not to the developers, right? A lot of people disagree. I mean, I'm trying to get Tim Schafer to come here. Tim did a bunch of the best Lucas adventures and just did Psychonauts recently. Did Grim Fandango. If you're not much of a gamer, and especially if you're a movie guy, play Grim Fandango. Holy cow! And he's a really good friend of mine, and I love him to death. And I think he is a super genius of the first water. But he and I have, in forums like this, we have yelled at each other amiably. And you know, like, Tim, if every player is going to have exactly the same experience, why don't you just make a movie? You know, if the choices you make about what dialogue you pick, I mean, he makes those games where you have a menu of conversational choices and you click on one and then that takes you down a conversational path. But in Tim's games, you always come back and go through all the paths because he doesn't want you to miss one word of his amazingly funny, creative, wacky mind. And it's like, that is the illusion of interactivity, okay? And as much as I love that man, and I do, it's like, dude, go make a movie and make me really happy because I want to go pay you my, whatever it is to see a movie now, $20, to see a movie. But when we're at our best, I mean, I really think that's, I hate to say it, I think that's an evolutionary dead end. I think that's like, setting up the camera in the 12th row of the orchestra and filming Sarah Bernhardt kind of stuff. We're beyond that. We have to move beyond that to really realize our potential, okay?